Meat more tender than ever, very quickly, very easily, and without using a pressure cooker. Hello, I'm Pinario. This is Saladolandia, and I'll solve your meal in 5 minutes because I'm going to make an express beef stew, and on top of that, without a pressure cooker. Everything in slices. The first thing we'll do is finely chop an onion. It's important to put a little care into it so you get really small cubes. We do the same with 3 cloves of garlic. Cut them into strips and then chop those strips. We're going to slice some carrots, not too thick, specifically from 2 carrots, and once we have the veggies ready, there's just 1 left. I prefer red bell pepper for this, but you can use any kind you like. I also add half a bell pepper, chopped, a small pot, a splash of oil, and stew meat. In my case, about 800 grams of diced beef, a delicious meat that we're going to sear a little bit. Simply use high heat and stir it occasionally so it browns quickly and stays juicy inside. Set the meat aside on a plate, and in the same pot, cook the vegetables, that is, the onion, the garlic, the carrot, and the pepper. Everything goes in one pot, stirring occasionally so it cooks evenly. That's right, over medium heat or a little higher. Don't set it too high. These stews made like this in a pot. You can add whatever vegetables you like, so use your favorites. After a few minutes, you'll notice that the onion is translucent and the vegetables are starting to get soft. Now it's time to add the meat and its juices back in, along with a good splash of red wine. You can also use a bit of your favorite liquor. Once the alcohol has evaporated, add half a liter of beef broth and salt to taste. Depending on how salty the broth is, maybe a little more or a little less. I also like to add a bit of rosemary, which always gives it an interesting touch and aroma. Mix well, then cover and let it cook slowly. Usually it's ready in a short time, about 40 or 45 minutes, and the meat will be tender and perfect. And you saw that with very little effort. Just check with a small knife to see if the meat falls apart. It's ready. Is this tasty? So I'm going to head to the table, to this amazing dish. Don't tell me you don't want some. A plate of veggies with meat, simple, a bit soupy, and super good. Look, 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 look. What a huge piece. Delicious meat served with its sauce. Perfect for Bojapark. Are they already serving you while I keep enjoying your wonderful dish? I've always been into fiery meat. I hope you can help me a little too by telling me what's your favorite meat. That way we can all get some ideas. And if you want more, YouTube tells me that the next video that pops up is your little gem. You're going to love it. Click and keep enjoying.